Hello and good morning. My name is Dushan. I am here with the Heather, and we will do interview about history of that town and around the town. So I'm very excited about that, and I will do question, and I'm sure she will be happy to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, thank you. I'm very happy to be with you, and you come your precious time you will spend with me. So I just want to ask you a few questions. How many people this town have?
Currently, it has about 45,000 people, slowly growing over the past 170 years.
Yeah.
So.
170 years old town, right?
Yeah, a little over 170 years.
50,000 people. That's pretty good size of the town. And how was created? Who created?
So after the treaties of Traverse de Sioux and Mendota, which were signed in 1851, that opened up this land for settlement. So in 1852, a group of settlers came down, and really the big names, Henry Jackson and P.K. Johnson, are the two that really are credited with founding Mankato.
So Mankato, that's the name of the town.
Yes.
That's the name of the town. And I have a I want to ask you about this stuff. What was in the past when there was rebels, right, in the town, or the people who have to be prosecuted?
So the U.S.-Dakota War of 1862.
Yeah, and that's great.
So most of the U.S.-Dakota War of 1862, really, when I start talking about it, I really go back to the treaties of Traverse de Sioux and Mendota.
Just go back as far as you can go.
So with that, there was so much that was promised to the Dakota people when they were put on their reservation. They were promised goods, they were promised money, they were promised equipment, everything.
Everything.
And then the government fell back on those, and the U.S. Civil War started, and they fell behind on their payments, on getting food to them, on getting everything to them.
What they promised before.
Yes. And this is nothing new for the U.S. government. There has not been a treaty in U.S. history that they have followed through on, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. So here we have these American Indians, these Dakota, who are hungry and they're looking for food. So most of the war, all of the war, takes place outside of our county. But the tragic end of it takes place in our county on December 26, 1862, with the largest mass execution in U.S. history.
Wow.
So that takes place downtown Mankato on December 26, 10 a.m. And every year it is commemorated with a ride by Dakota members that come into town, and it's a great learning event every year still to this day. And if anyone's in the Mankato area on December 26th, I highly recommend they come and check it out and learn. So
did you hear that? Just come to the town and celebrate.
Celebrate, learn.
Learn, not celebrate. But everything bad have something good in the future, or hopefully the Dakotas, right? That's the name of the Indians, Native Americans, and they got something after that, no? Some help.
They actually were all driven out of Minnesota, as well as there was a Winnebago or Ho-Chunk agency as well that were
Wow.
driven out of Minnesota as well. And it wasn't for over 100 years later that they were welcomed back to this community, which is celebrated or honored every year at the annual Mankato powwow that is held every September.
Oh,
Which is another fantastic learning opportunity for people in the community.
see, I have no clue about that before, and I like history. And hopefully people will learn from the podcast, from my podcast, about, and from your words and your knowledge. Otherwise, nobody will knows, or only few people comparing the world, because you never know what happened, did happen in the past, right? So I have one more Dakota War. Dakota War, that was the Dakota War, right? Okay, how the river trade 1880, the boom of that city. It was what the river have to do with history of that.
So the river was really the early transportation mode to get people here. So people originally, that's how they came down to Mankato. That was how they came, the steamboats. That's how they came down, but they had a very short window to get here. But that was also how they were able to transport their goods from around the county up through the area it's a very agricultural community. So to have your wheat processed into flour, we had a fantastic mill here for the longest time that could process large amounts of flour or wheat into flour. That just recently closed, and you would use the rivers before trains came to get it into town to be processed and then shipped back to you.
Wow! So the river was really like helping a lot for people in Minnesota or the town.
Yes.
The name, forgetting the name of the town.
Mankato.
Mankato. Remember that, Mankato. It's not easy to remember. So how has the historical narrative of the Dakota? I have lots of questions, but it's you already answered everything what I have already. So, what else you can tell me about something from your hearts, what you will, from the past, what you wish will happen different way?
Right now, we are really in a swing of having the Dakota people tell their own story. For so long, it was the white people telling their story, which that's not right. A very important part is letting your own cultures tell their own story and listening. Mm-hmm. And that is so important. And one thing that our powwow does here really well is they have an education tent where they bring in Dakota elders that do a storytelling section, but they also invite everyone to come to the powwow and watch all of the grand entries and all of the dances and check out the local artisans that they bring in and just learn. And that is so important. And we here with our exhibits, as we're updating them, we're making sure that we are bringing in people who are Dakota to read through the text and look through it and make sure that their story is being appropriately told.
How can I meet somebody from that American Indian, Native American? How I can talk to them? How I can meet them?
Right now, I think the easiest way to do is to try to reach out to somebody from the powwow committee. They do have an email address on their website. Uh-huh. There is also an American Studies program at Minnesota State University Mankato. Unfortunately, it's the summer session right now. Oh, okay.
She's here?
No.
She works the summer. I called
Okay.
about it today. She's just it's short notice. I haven't heard
So reaching out to somebody who at the college might know somebody who would be willing to sit
I
down
see.
and chat with you. They have some very knowledgeable people up at the college who
Yeah, but
are
you
Dakota.
know a lot. So it's looks like you're talking from. Oh, it's